Hi guys and gals, I'm Pete Hilke and welcome to At The Net, your podcast for all news, results and transfers and everything else from the EPL. Well, g'day guys, I'm Pete Hilke and welcome to At The Net podcast with me, Pete Hilke again. Hey, match day 4, it's gone off, it's huge, it's massive. If you follow Liverpool or Manchester United, all I can say is commiserations. Annihilation is an understatement of what happened. Aston Villa and Tottenham, respective, absolutely took the sword to both clubs overnight in what was an absolute goal fest. But first, what we're going to do, we're going to break it all down for you, because let's have a look. Aston Villa, Ollie Watkins, hat-trick. You know what? There's been hat-trick every single round so far, even up to round 4. So all I can say, it's getting better, it's getting bigger, and there's more goals being scored. Look, there was 41 goals scored throughout this weekend. So there's a lot of goals coming from everywhere at the moment, which is amazing, and it's great football as far as I'm concerned. Deflections. I mean, seriously. The amount of deflections that came off feet, legs, arms, you name it, it went flying through this weekend. Plenty of it with these goals that were scored. Well, one of the big questions I spoke about over the last couple of weeks has been Chelsea. How can they combine and really come out together well? Well, that's what they're starting to do now. They had a great win, a 4-0 win over the weekend, and Ben Chilwell playing an absolute vital, pivotal role in that Chelsea transition, really bringing all the players together. Timo Werner, Havertz, I tell you what, they are looking good. And defensively, that is one of the big things with Chelsea. So, Frank Lampard, you're doing a great job there, mate. Keep it going. But that alone, Jurgen Klopp came out this morning and he said it shouldn't have happened. It just shouldn't happen. What happened to Liverpool? We're going to get to that in a moment, but there is so much going on. VAR, once again, it's just... it does in my head in. VAR does my head in. Hey, throw some comments below. Subscribe to At The Net podcast with Pete Hilke. Throw some comments below. Let's have a bit of a chat, because VAR, as far as I'm concerned, it's killing the game. It's going to kill the game off, because, anyway, we'll get into that later, because also follow Breath of Fresh Footy with Maddie. We've got a show that we do called The Rivals as well. You just hear everything. It's all soccer. It's all EPL. It's the world game. It's football. Let's get into it, guys. Match day 4. Started off Chelsea 4, Crystal Palace 0. Another great performance by Chelsea today. Over the weekend, I should say. Today. Far out. Anyone think I'm there? Guys, it was absolutely fantastic. Ben Chilwell, as I said, he played well. And there was a lot of great plays by Chelsea. They're looking good. And I think as the season progresses, they're going to look better and better. Everton 4, Brighton 2. Everton, wow. They are looking absolutely fantastic at the moment. Dominic Calvert-Lewin looking fantastic. I tell you what, he is playing fantastic. James Rodriguez from Everton as well. Midfielder, ever since coming back to the EPL, backing up with Carlos Ancelotti. They are looking the goods, and we'll go into a bit more detail, but yeah, 4-2 over Brighton. Manchester City playing Leeds, and Leeds, I can say this is Pep Guardiola not happy. It was 1-0, Leeds came back, they got a goal. It could have gone either way, but ended up 1-1. Not a good result for Manchester City, especially considering where they came from last season. Newcastle-Burnley, Newcastle 3, Burnley 1. Alan Saint-Maximin, wow, what a great player. He scored a goal, an individual goal that was absolutely sublime in that particular game. West Ham, well, they delivered 3 pots of misery to Leicester City. Jamie Vardy had a really quiet game. He had an off day. That's perfectly fine. West Ham 3, Leicester City 0. Southampton 2, West Brom 0. Danny Ings once again playing a fantastic game, but also Oriol Romeo, a magnificent volley that also goes into my little pot of goals of the week, guys. Wolves 1, Fulham 0. Arsenal 2, Sheffield 1. Look, Arsenal 2, they're playing a bit of a sleepy game. See, there's nothing untoward. There's no big victories, but they're taking those victories and they're doing it nicely. Ayenberg up front, he's doing really, really well. But I tell you what, I was impressed with Pepe's goal for Arsenal. Once again, in the 69th minute, a real great individual effort. Then we get down to the last two games of the round, and this is the ones that killed me. My beloved Manchester United got absolutely thumped, thrashed, annihilated by Tottenham 6-1. Look, all I can say is they're looking slow. In fact, they're just looking pathetic, absolutely pathetic. The Manchester United that I think everybody knows is no longer. Something has to be done. What is going to be done? Is Cavani going to come to Man United? Well, guess what? If it's not done today, Australia time, or tomorrow, UK time, it's all over. They've got tonight, and that's it. Anyway, they went down to 6-1. Tottenham played an absolutely beautiful brand of football. That's exactly what we want to see. And it goes to show that Manchester United, I tell you what, my prediction right now, at this moment, they will finish anywhere from 10th down to the bottom half of the table, anywhere along there. The game after that, and you think, well, okay. The only thing that made me happier was to see Liverpool 2 get beaten by Aston Villa 7. It was a game, once again, I tell you what, look, Mane's out, right, with COVID-19, granted, right, Alisson's out as well, but the amazing thing is the standing keeper had an absolute shocker. Aston Villa, Ollie Watkins put through a magnificent hat-trick and took the sword to Liverpool. Absolutely, if you're a Liverpool supporter, I would be livid as well. Jurgen Klopp not happy about that one, but that's the way things go. All right, guys, let's have a look now. Goals of match day 4. There's 4 goals that I pick, and then I pick the best one from there. The first one is Alan St. Maximin of Newcastle, 14th minute. It's probably one of the best individual efforts you will see. It was absolutely sublime, and he just went left, he went right, he went left again, and then slid straight in, right-hand corner down the bottom. It was a magnificent goal. Oriol Romero from Southampton. A volley that was just perfection. It was beautiful. The 69th minute. Go and have a look at the goals that were scored. Romeo, 69th minute for Southampton. The volley was perfection. Pepe, Arsenal, 69th minute again. An individual performance that was sublime. This is what I'm talking about. You've got beautiful team goals, but when an individual comes out and he takes that stand, beautiful. McGoldrick from Sheffield United. Look, they were out of the game. The only goal Sheffield United scored in the 84th minute was an absolute cracker. It was a beautiful goal, and it's a goal that I just love to watch over and over again. However, guys, the winning goal this week for match day 4 is Oriol Romeo from Southampton. That volley was absolutely sublime in the 69th minute. He gets my goal of the day for match day 4. Right, let's move on. We talk about goals. Let's go to the Golden Boot. What's going on there? Well, once again, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Who can stop this guy? He's absolutely on fire for Everton at the moment. He's got 6 goals for the campaign. Son Heung-min, well, from Tottenham. Look, I said he wouldn't play. He had a bit of a niggle. They've brought him up. They've been able to get him up to play. He scored a goal as well. He's on level on 6 goals as well. Then you got Jamie Vardy. Unfortunately, he had a quiet game. Not the best of days for Jamie Vardy from Leicester City, and he sits on 5. So there's the top 3 for this week. All right, guys, let's have a look at the table, because this is fascinating. Up the top, number 1, 4 games in, Everton are leading the competition. The Premier League is being led by Everton. Then you got Aston Villa, Leicester City. 4th spot goes into Arsenal. Then you have Liverpool taking up the top 5. Tottenham just outside. But let me say this. The start of the season, you want to get those wins under the belt. You really want to be able to produce the goods. Everton are doing that at the moment. You know, they've won for, they're really playing a great brand of football. As I said, you got Calvert-Lewin up front, James Rodriguez, absolutely fantastic, great to see. Aston Villa, 3 out of 3. Wow, what they did to Liverpool overnight was just mind-blowing. Leicester City, look, they're up there as well. They've actually now lost a game. Arsenal as well, who have lost a game, and Liverpool. 2 unbeaten teams, Everton and Aston Villa. Would have you picked it? Throw some comments below, guys. Let's have a bit of a chat about this. This is absolutely fascinating stuff. If we look at both the Manchester clubs, firstly, Pep Guardiola, other than have babies, Manchester City, after 3 games, are sitting in 14th. Now, who would have thought that? But then, to make matters worse, Manchester United. Now, my beloved Manchester United, I tell you what, they've got themselves 3 points. They're lucky to have those 3 points. Very, very lucky, mind you, because the game that they won against Brighton, they shouldn't have even won that. But they did. That's the way it rolls. Manchester United in 16th spot at the moment. They were absolutely crunched. Tottenham, take nothing away from Tottenham. They've got Gareth Bale. He'll be coming in for the next game, which is in 2 weeks' time. So they've got about a 2-week break now. Gareth Bale will come in. It's going to be a world of pain for whoever takes him on. Tottenham are going to do well. Jose Mourinho, will he get a trophy this year? Will he get some silverware? Well, let's just wait and see. All right, guys, so let's move on to the matches that will be match day 5 coming up, starting on the 17th of October. So we've got 2 weeks just to rest. Fire up. Is your club in a position to where they can win a trophy this year? Can they finish in the top 4? Will they get into the Champions League, or will they just take Europa? All right, guys, let's have a look. Okay, match day 5, Everton, Liverpool. Look, the way this one's going, I'm going to say it's going to end up 2-2. It may surprise us. Who knows? But I'm going 2-2 on that game there. West Brom and Burnley. I'm going to go 1-1 on that game. I reckon... Oh, look, who knows? You can toss a coin. Toss a coin on that game there. Really, Burnley and West Brom. Chelsea, Southampton. I'm going to go 3-0 to Chelsea on this one. They're starting to come together, and I just think... Just starting to know how you play with each other, and I'm talking about the game of soccer this is, yeah, will be really, really fascinating. But Chelsea to win that one. Newcastle, Man United. If Cavani actually ends up at United, I think this will be good because they need some leadership. Manchester United, if they don't get anybody else, there's no leadership there. Newcastle will actually beat them 2-0. If Cavani's there or someone that's got some leadership actually steps up, I'm going for a 3-2 to Manchester United. Look, they just need leadership. It's first and foremost. Next, we've got Leicester City up against Aston Villa. Aston Villa, I expect them to actually move on and end up 2-1 victors over Leicester City. Fulham, Sheffield United. This is going to be an absolute cracker. It's bottom dwellers really just fighting this one out. But I expect Sheffield United and Fulham. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think there will be a couple of goals here and there. Another huge game, Manchester City and Arsenal. This game here, I'm expecting this to be a really top-notch game. It's going to be an absolute cracker. I am going to say that at this current stage of the journey, I'm expecting Arsenal to win this one. 4-3. It's going to be tight. I think there will be goals scored. As long as, look, if Arsenal waste, if Lacazette wastes any more goals in front, Arsenal will lose. But I think Arsenal will win this one 4-3. Crystal Palace, Brighton. I think Brighton will take this one out. I just think they're just that next step up. Tottenham, West Ham. Tottenham are going to win this one. I'm going 5-2. Leeds and Wolves. I think Leeds will win this one comfortably 2-0 over Wolves. Well, there it is, guys. they're my tips. That's where I think the next round's going to be match day 5. Hey, subscribe again to At The Net podcast with Pete Hilke. Jump across to the Breath of Fresh Footy with Matty Neal. Absolutely fantastic as well. Join us as well when we're together as the rivals. We talk everything Manchester United and Arsenal. That's where I'm going very soon, because we have to break this garbage down from Man United and find out what are the real problems. I think we know what they are. You do too. Throw some comments below, guys. Have a great fortnight. I'll see you next week. We're going to drop in whatever's happening out there, whether it be what were the last transfers, what are the results. Don't forget, the 21st of October, Champions League starts. All right, guys. See you soon.